Greetings. This is the Columbia College Chicago Library, and we're doing a video about the Pew Research Center. We did a basics introduction video. This video is about using keyword searching and comparing the different kinds of publications put out by Pew Research Center. So today, let's start out by just doing keyword search. Yesterday, in the previous video, we talked about the various tabs which have broad categories that can be browsed for different types of information. Today we're going to get a little more specific and do a keyword search which would pull results from all of the categories. So I'm going to stay fairly broad and do a search on women. And so here are our results. We've got over 4,000 results. So let's look at some of the ways that we can narrow down these results. So you can narrow by recency. You can look at different regions. Pew does reach internationally in its research, so it's not only in the United States. But let's look at three types of reports that you can get from Pew. So first we'll take a look at a fact sheet. Okay, and let's look at data on women leaders. So first of all, you'll notice that you've got different portions, different sections of the data report organized here in the left margin. You can choose to jump to any one of these spots. So we could look, for example, at the data they have on women as university presidents. And here's an infographic that shows the increase in the percentage of university and college presidents who are women, growing between 1986 and 2015. And you can look more specifically at the data there in a table, if you like. So this is a fairly brief report, simple data on this one focused question. The fact sheets are usually brief. They have several infographics with the information. And you can always link to the original source of these data. So let's go back. That was a fact sheet. Now we're going to look at a fact tank, which sounds fun. Kind of like a Shark Tank. Let's see. All right. So here we get a pretty specific question. So here it's a question about the word feminist and how U.S. women feel about that word. So here, once again, you can see this is a pretty brief report focused on this one question or a small group of questions. And you can take a look at the methodology and get more information about what exactly was involved in this survey and the gathering of this data. So that's very useful. And finally, we'll take a look at a report. So here's a report on women and leadership from 2018. First thing you'll notice is that the report is much longer. This is a long page and it's only one of 5 pages of this report. Lots of different pieces of data and information and lots of text. so you can go into a lot more depth and detail. You can pull out any individual infographic and download that. You can embed it into another report. You can provide links. And the nice thing is that there'll be the citation information back to the Pew Research Center for any of those. You can also, on the main report, download the complete report PDF or a top-line summary of the report, or look at interactive graphics on the data. And you can even, if you sign up, it's free, but you can sign up for an account and download full data sets, which are sometimes useful for people doing social science research. So that's it. We've talked about the usefulness of keyword searching, and then also the different kinds of publications or formats that you can use to look at the data. If you have any questions, don't forget that the library is available to you at library.colum.edu. You can send us a live chat whenever that's available, and you can always, 24 hours a day, send us an email. We'll get back to you within 24 hours, usually less. Thank you.